what brings me a lot of hope and accountability for justice is the fact that over the last couple of years, Kenya and many other countries around the world have experienced dark pasts, but through different transitional justice mechanisms, like litigation, or even the aspect of non-repetition, compensation, we have seen an element of non-repetition in some of these jurisdictions. For instance, when you look at Rwanda had a very terrible genocide in 1994 where very many Rwandese lost their lives. But since then, they have used different justice mechanisms or different frameworks within the transitional justice process to ensure that perpetrators are held to account, to ensure that the communities are able to coexist, to ensure that there's an aspect of reconciliation within a community member. In as much as many Kenyans do not have a lot to write about the experience with some of the serious crimes, the only positive to take from our experience with the ICC is that it has encouraged a practice of non-repetition. So since the dark moment we had in 2007 to 2008, we have not seen such serious human rights violations, and it has brought a semblance of accountability whereby we have seen our security agencies and by extension those trusted with authority being careful on how they exercise this authority, because there is a framework on which in one way or another that they will be held to account. Now, this has also brought about some progressive developments within Africa. For instance, in Africa right now, we do have the African Transitional Justice Policy that has been domesticated in some countries like Uganda. This has created a robust framework whereby victims and survivors are actually able to access justice, discouraging potential perpetrators from committing these heinous crimes. The hope for me is that for those who continue to commit some of the serious crimes within Africa and in other parts of the world, victims and survivors and the rest of us can always count on the different international frameworks that can always be used to hold them to account.